Babe Boomer, fresh off a standout pitching performance, can she put together another excellent outing today? It's the Milwaukee Brewers taking on the Tampa Bay Rays. First pitch coming at you right after the break. One down. So here's the Brewers DH, Babe Boomer. Boomer went deep twice in her last game. Swing and a ball lifted in the air left field. Pretty well struck. That one carrying. Holy Toledo. Her 62nd home run of the season. The Brewers score first. It's 1-0. That's her third straight game with a homer, Singy.
This player is on fire, Boog. These kinds of streaks just don't come around too often.
Boog, I wasn't sure she hit that one as hard as she needed to get it out of here, but it had just enough behind it for the homer. What an attempt at the wall, though. He really gave a terrific effort to try and bring that one back.
Digging in, Chandler Simpson.
If there's nobody on in front of him, a single for him many times is a double. This guy is off to the races, ready to steal a bag when he's on first base.
Yeah. That one at the knees for a strike.
Well, he didn't like those first two pitches. Now in an 0-2 hole, he's going to have to battle. Hope he gets a mistake.
And down on strikes he goes, and there's one down.
The first baseman, number 8, Jonathan.
So next to the plate for Tampa Bay, Jonathan Aranda. Swing and a high fly ball out there towards left field. That's out number 2.
Hey, man, 4 pitches, 2 outs. That is an excellent pace.
Batting third, the designated hitter, number 4.
Here's George Springer. Springer working through some struggles lately. That one finds the zone, and it's 0-1.
Yeah, they say baseball is a game of failure, and that's true even for longtime major leaguers. Sometimes you'll have tough stretches just like this, but
tosses to first. That's the third out. Inning over. Rays held in check here. They trail here 1-0. Back now in Tampa Bay, bottom of the inning. So the Milwaukee Brewers putting together a terrific season so far, about a third of the way in. And Singy, they had high expectations coming into the year, and so far they looked the part completely.
For sure, Boog. I mean, these guys are winning at a very high rate, competitive in every single game. It's been impressive. Plenty of season still to go, of course, but they look like a team that's built for October.
Here's the 0-2. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
Batting fifth, the center fielder, number 25, Derek.
And now the center fielder, Derek Hill. Boomer getting her 10th start of the year, and she's a former Silver Slugger recipient in the National League. Right through there for a strike. Left field. And it drops in, but a good job to keep it in front. And he'll reach second with one away.
He went up there and got it with 2 strikes. I'm not going to leave this in the umpire's hands. I'm going to be aggressive. It was in a location where you could get those arms extended that he loves to do. So nice job right there coming back in that at bat.
1 out, runner at second. Nicky Lopez up to the plate. And there's a breaking ball that drops in there.
Well, the best way to shake off yesterday's struggles is to get on the board early. They've got a guy in scoring position. They've got to find a way here to get him in.
Got him looking. And she's registered 3 Ks in this one.
Boog, I think even when you know she's got that pitch in her arsenal, you're still going to have a hard time recognizing and reacting to it unless you've seen it several times. And honestly, if you can hit that pitch, I'm concerned because you probably can't hit anything else that she throws. That one right there locked him up.
Up the middle, Terang. The throw to first, and that ends the inning. One left for Tampa. They trail it here 3-0.
Up next for Milwaukee, the designated hitter, Big Boomer.
And first offering is fouled off. That one drilled left field and foul ball.
Man, that's such a tough call for the umpire in real time, especially since those lines are not made of chalk the way they used to be. He got it right, though.
The 0-2. In the air to left center. Out. Number 2.
Every day during batting practice, these outfielders get about 10 minutes of balls in the gaps. They practice this, and when the game comes, they make the play perfectly.
Back here at the ballpark, let's check out the latest news from around the league. There's a swing and a miss. That one a little bit high. Ball 1. Swing and a miss for the strikeout. And that's 4 strikeouts.
Got a pitch to hit right there with 2 strikes, but just couldn't get a piece. Tell you what, that screwball is so unique and it's so rarely seen. I think it can be tough for any hitter just to get a piece of it, no matter where it's placed. As a hitter, you're just not used to seeing a pitch moving that way and getting on the same plane as it comes into the hitting zone.
The 0-1. Misses just off the outside edge. I think that was a strike. I thought that was a strike, and here's a challenge. It just shaved the zone. So they've still got both their challenges. 0-2 now. Fouls it back with 2 strikes. Fights it off. He'll see another. This one popped up. Foul ground, first base side. And there's 2 away.
Up next for the Rays, the left fielder, Chandler Simpson.
So the Rays batting order turns over. Chandler Simpson now at the plate. Just a slow ground ball this time. Ortiz on the run, sends it over to first, and they get the out. Rays go in order. 1, 2, 3. They trail in this one 3-0. Back here at Tropicana Field, and stepping in for the Rays, Jonathan Aranda.
Number 8, Jonathan Aranda.
Something I'm noticing in this one is that these hitters are aggressive early in the count. It makes you wonder if that was talked about in the hitters meeting before this game started.
Caught him looking for the K.
Oh, there's a 3-pitch strikeout. She can do whatever she wants with the baseball right now.
Hitter number 4.
Now George Springer at the plate. Springer, who statistically has turned out to be one of the greatest postseason performers of all time when you look at his OPS in playoff games. Yeah, that's fouled off. The 0-2.
Well, that two-seamer is heat-seeking for right-handed batters. Just runs in on those hands.
Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Way out in front of that inside pitch there, and just exactly the opposite kind of approach that you want with 2 strikes. You want to let the ball travel, make sure you recognize it, try to shorten up so that you can at least put the ball in play. Clearly fooled, but I think even more so, you question the 2-strike approach.
Williams now at the plate as he swings through strike 1. Late on that fastball. 2 down, nobody on. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. And that's a strikeout looking. And she strikes out the side in the 4th. It's the Brewers 3, the Rays nothing. Boomer ready to work with a lead, singing.
Yeah, this is the stretch where games are won. Nothing flashy. She just needs to throw strikes and let the defense work behind her. Well, these Rays, they're not going to be happy with the at-bats they've been having so far. Just one base runner to this point, and it's not exactly early anymore. They've got players in this lineup capable of sparking something, but it just hasn't happened for them yet.
On the ground, and that one handled. Throws to first. Out on a bang-bang play, but he made it close.
She's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air. Lets the defense work behind her with another ground ball. Good execution.
Here's the second baseman, Nicky Lopez. He's 0 for 1.
These hitters have been very aggressive early in the count, but when you're down, you might want to be a little more patient. Take some pitches, see if you can extend those at bats and get some base runners on.
Swings through that one for strike 2. Struck him out looking. Strikeout number 8.
Up next for the Rays, the catcher, number 40.
2 outs, base is empty. Nick Fortes getting ready to hit. He's 0 for 1. Swing and a ball lifted in the air. That is the inning. She continues to roll on the mound as 5 shutout innings are in the books. You're watching Brewers baseball on the show, Wisconsin.
Now pitching for
We're
the
back,
Rays,
and they make a change to start the 6th. The new pitcher, Mason Engler.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
Leading off for Milwaukee, the designated hitter, Bay Boomer.
Rips one to right, and a base hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning. Well, Singy, she is locked in there.
She's really slowed the game down, and it's like she's moving in full speed and everybody is a step or 2 behind. The way that she squared up that baseball tells me that she is seeing it like a beach ball.
Runner on the go. The other way. Makes the catch. Chance to double the runner off first. And they got her. Great defensive awareness there.
Well, we assume it, but not all double plays are 6-4 threes or something like that. Right there, it's just sort of a combination of good defense and poor base running, and probably more of the latter. That's a big turn of events in this inning, though.
Back here in Tampa Bay, and stepping in for the Rays, Johnny DeLuca. Foul ball there.
When a pitcher's throwing a lot of first pitch strikes as a hitter, you got to be ready to hit. Now, that's not going to help you get deep into her pitch count and into the bullpen, but you got to take what she's offering that day.
Fires over to Hoskins. One away, bottom of the 6th. And here's a look at how she's using her pitches in this one. Now at the plate, Ben Williamson. He popped out his first time. Ball. And she'll challenge this call from the mound. Pretty close, but it was a ball. Still one challenge left for them. The Rays trailing by 3 here in the bottom of the 6th. Right through there for a strike.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Goes down looking for the strikeout. That was pretty nasty.
Well executed pitch on the outside part of the plate.
Simpson.
So up next, Chandler Simpson. In the air, left field, down the line. And he can't quite get there. It's a foul ball. Two down, nobody on. Strike 2.
Well, as good as things can be, it can be a tough day at the office, even for the skippers. Seeing the offense just sputter, not able to get anything going.
Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout. Make it 6 shutout innings for her out there now. This is Brewers baseball on the show, Wisconsin. Boomer back on the mound, 3rd time around, and here comes the top of the lineup.
Yeah, big challenge here, Boog. These hitters have seen her whole arsenal, so it's going to be interesting to see who makes the adjustment.
Hey, ha! Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
You know, Boog, every team has a hitters meeting pregame, but this lineup seems way too anxious, aggressive. You wonder what they talked about.
Outside corner, got him looking.
Well, that at-bat seemed to be over as soon as it started. 3-pitch strikeout. You've got to be better at the plate right there, at least to foul something off, extend that at-bat.
And the batter is George Springer. Here, what? Swings through that one for strike 2. The Rays trailing by 3 here at the bottom of the 7th. There's a high chopper. Terang tosses to first. 2 away.
That play won't be trending on social media later on, but it's still important to execute it to perfection. This game is a lot harder than it looks, partner.
Next to bat will be the Rays 4-hitter, Carson Williams, who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. In there for a strike at the top of the zone. Got him swinging. Chased the fastball up the ladder for strike 3. Another scoreless inning, and now that's 7 shutout frames. You're watching Brewers baseball on the show, Wisconsin. Back here at Tropicana Field, out of the bottom of the 8th, Derek Hill getting ready to hit. And a foul ball. Here comes the 0-1. Swing and a miss as he was out front that time. got him swinging.
Quick 3-pitch strikeout, and you look at the sequence. The plan was clearly to work him inside. Didn't want to let him get his arms extended, make him a little bit uncomfortable in there, and she ended up overmatching him in the process. That's one you have to take note of as a hitter for next time you come to the plate.
Nicky Lopez digs in now. Up the middle. Over to first. 2 out.
Well, I think the key, I mean, if she can get through one more inning, anything after that, a hitter or two is bonus, but they should be lined up good enough to get to the finish line.
2 down, bases empty. Nick Fortes next to hit for the Rays. And that's in for a strike. 0-1. That's a strike.
She's pounding the zone. Hitters don't have time to think in between pitches.
Right side. Terang. Tosses to first. Out number 3. 8 innings, 8 zeros as the shutout continues here. This is Brewers baseball on the show, Wisconsin. We go to the 9th. Here's the Brewers DH, Babe Boomer. Hammered down the right side, but foul. That one ripped. Pulls it in on the run. And a quick out, number 1.
Wow, he looked like he was running before the ball was hit. Didn't have much time, as that was a hard hit line.
Left-hander out of the bullpen, Keegan Aiken.
He's averaging more than 1 hit allowed per inning pitched this season. And
Boomer notched her 10th win of the season.
always nice to see a pitcher get into double digits, Boog, and you can bet her teammates appreciate it when she goes out to the hill. They know they can count on her to keep them in a position to win.